Stalkers, you get a lot of Phoenixes, and you can deal with these one-base armies quite well. It looks like a lot of Marines coming out for LZGamer, and that is the absolute correct choice. We have a Starport going down as well. Phoenix is very fast. This is a very harassment style of Protoss play. You want to just poke around. You see this Reaper that's hanging out here? It should get lifted right now. Yes, there's the free Reaper. Oh, he misses. Well, he needs to get the Reaper. There's the free Reaper. And again, similar to how the Reaper denies probe scouts, the Phoenixes deny any scout as well.
And one of the first things that LZGamer did do when he saw that Phoenix and that Stargate is throw down an engineering base. That just shows that he's going to be able to get those missile turrets up, and great reactionary play. Here come those Phoenixes from InControl, kind of scouting around the outside of the base, not committing to actually going inside anytime soon, probably waiting for their friend to go ahead and catch up with the other two.
The series is really showcasing the versatility of these players. I mean, look at Phoenixes, and then a very fast expansion, and then like one base Void Ray pushing into Colossus. I mean, huge variety from InControl, and likewise LZGamer playing different in all games, and whoopsie daisies, could have gotten a free Phoenix, but didn't react in time. So the Phoenixes are continuing to poke around, and right now, I mean, InControl knows exactly what is going on in LZGamer's base.
If we go back into the main of InControl, he has gotten that robotics facility down, and he's going to be transitioning into Colossus here with that robotics bay coming down. So he's going to be just using 3 lone Phoenixes to do a little bit of harassment, and then switching up his build. Looks like he kind of mismicroed those Phoenixes, let him take a couple extra shots. One of them quite low without any shields and only 50 HP right now.
And this is going to be very tough to deal with as LZGamer. The Phoenixes shut down those medevacs so easily. And look at this. This is so annoying. This is what we call pinning. These Phoenixes pin back LZGamer's army. LZGamer feels continually compelled to pull back and prevent these Phoenixes from doing these obnoxious little harassment bits. But it looks like LZGamer is just going to go from it. He's going to accept the hits. He's going to accept the free SCV kills and just do a giant counter push. There needs to be some very fast sentries getting thrown down to block that ramp, but it doesn't look like he has enough gas. Stim is done. Combat shield is done. The Marauders are advancing. Does he have concussive shell? Yes, he has all the key upgrades right now. The Phoenixes are seeing everything. Oh,
they're about to fly over there. He's good control there as both of us freak out because he could have been stimming and killing those Phoenixes, but InControl does catch that. And this is nice stim into the main of InControl with no Colossus right now. This is going to do so much damage. Those Marauders were in the front, though, so they are going to be focused down quite well. But another stim and the Colossus
gets out in time, and the Marauders are all done, so it doesn't mean that the Colossus is dead yet, but it looks like Colossus doing some great micro pulling back. Ooh, InControl doing a very good job, barely staying alive. Did you see that impeccable timing by InControl? Well, maybe it could have been could have got the Colossus maybe 10 seconds earlier and not lost his entire army, but still amazing timing by both players. And InControl, God bless StarCraft 1 players, expanding when he has an advantage.
Yeah, one thing to note is that the Colossus was out on the field for about 12 seconds, and it racked up 12 kills against those Marines. 3 lone Marines going to be go ahead and reporting back to the base of LZGamer, telling him exactly what is going on, but he has no idea that an expansion has thrown down, and that is the hallmark of any good player, is winning a fight like that, knowing that you're somewhat ahead, and go ahead and safely expanding because your opponent has no forces to go ahead and do any harassment against that.
Absolutely, and LZGamer on the back foot, he does have that key +1 upgrade. I'm liking that, and he's getting a lot of Marauders. Marauders are going to be key against this mix of ground units that InControl has, as well as these Colossi, and it looks like nothing but Vikings coming out for LZGamer. Doesn't even want to risk getting any medevacs, and there the Vikings do reveal themselves. Phoenix is doing a little run and shoot action, but I'm torn on who has an advantage right now. InControl does have that expansion up, but LZGamer is creating this death army that can really annihilate Colossi fast.
Yeah, this is the army composition that he actually won with last game. Looks like that probe does see the fact that LZGamer has no expansion up. Really wondering where he's going to be sending this factory. This is going to be very important if this can get into the main of InControl. He's going to obviously know exactly what's going on. More units being added into InControl's, or more Phoenixes being added into InControl's army, and I love this mix of Colossus Phoenix play from any Protoss user.
Yeah, this is a cool unit mix, this Colossus Phoenix. It's what I call a cute unit mix. You don't have that many units, but all the ones you do have are supposed to be hitting very hard. The one risk you run is just if your opponent has way more stuff. I mean, obviously Colossi are going to be great against infantry, and obviously the Phoenixes are going to be good against air, but if you just get a ton of stuff the way LZGamer is going for, it's still going to be very tough to deal with.
And one of the other things that I want to talk about is upgrades. Usually kind of in the earlier rounds of the tournament, you don't see too many players getting upgrades. A lot of those games are fast, but LZGamer has +1 weapons, and he's going to be getting +1 army here very soon. And in StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, upgrades make all the difference.
Absolutely. 6 Vikings out right now. LZGamer going for a big push, has lots of Marines, but not quite enough Marauders. It's going to be very tough to combat those Colossi very well. Here come all the Phoenixes. The Vikings are torn. Should they be shooting the Phoenixes or should they be shooting Colossus? There's the stim, and it looks like he's pulling back, going to be able to pick off one of those Phoenixes, but oh, LZGamer with some miss micro, taking some huge hits, and here comes InControl with an absolutely perfect composition. The Vikings are doing a good amount of damage, but they will slowly fall. It is all Marauders left over, and InControl now in a commanding position to take this game.
Now, I'm about to make a bad joke, but InControl is definitely in control of this match right now, as he does have that expansion up. The LZGamer expansion is just now going down, so InControl is going to be pushing forward right now.
Oh my god, these Vikings need to do really, really excellent damage right now. Those Marauders need to do damage to the Stalkers to keep those Vikings alive. And the command center, at 99.999%, the SCV dies, and he must lift off. LZGamer absolutely on the back foot right now. And InControl does not have many unit-producing structures, but he is getting the money mix. Stalker, Colossus, Phoenix. Very little that you can do about that. InControl just in such a lead, he's killing anything he can find, including destructible rocks and floating factories. And honestly, LZGamer doing everything he can. He's even adding on another barracks. This is all he can do to stay in the game.
And another hallmark of any good player, InControl could possibly push in and win right now, but what is he doing? He's knocking down the destructible rocks just to make sure to get that expansion up and be one up again on his opponent when it comes to the economy game. He knows he knows that LZGamer still does have that same unit composition. He can't have too much of an army, too much of a macro army right now because he doesn't have any expansions up. So InControl showing that he knows what's going on, and he's just going to sit back and keep macroing up right now.
Now, this is an interesting set of decisions by InControl. I love that he killed off the destructible rocks to set himself up for the gold. I love that he's throwing down a forge to potentially get some upgrades, to be able to deal with some harass. Yep, there's the, oh, look at that timing right as it finishes starting it. Twilight Council, I'm a little bit confused on. Not entirely sure why he's going for that quickly. Perhaps wants Blink for those Stalkers, but more gateways would probably be a better choice so we can keep that lead. But the Vikings trying to do some more damage, but oh my god, there's just too many Colossus. He needs to stim and do a lot of damage to the Colossus, but there are just too many. Oh my god, LZGamer's entire force is getting torn to shreds. InControl might have to have the terrible, terrible feat of beating 2 of his teammates.
GG. LZGamer being the well-mannered player, being so nice to his teammate, well played, and good luck in the rest of the tournament, and that is just so bad to see two of these these two high caliber players leaving the tournament, or one of them leaving the tournament now. It's always bad. There's the friendship that these players have on that team. There's Stuart from Team EG going ahead and giving that comforting hand on the shoulder of LZ, and man, it's so sad to see LZ leave.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, we haven't really talked about what it feels like to lose a game of StarCraft in the tournament experience, because honestly, the entire world is melting around you, right? You have no focus there. Everything is on the game. These players are playing around 200 to 300 actions per minute, all of which are critical. If you mess up 3 to 4 of those, the game can end immediately. We saw 1 or 2 misclicks from LZGamer in those battles, which caused him to lose. You have adrenaline coursing through your veins, and it is just so difficult to maintain good composure after a loss like that. But of course, LZGamer, such a manner guy, so mature about that, so huge respect to him.
And I do believe we are going to be coming up with another match here shortly with HD and Husky, and I think they're going to be casting, are you ready for this? QXC against Huck.
Oh my god, I have caster envy.
And that's that. I mean, that is crazy because the winners bracket has 4 amazing games. You can't really choose which one's the best out of those, because I mean, you have Kiwi Cocky playing against Nadagast.
Oh wow,
that is ridiculous. You have QXC and Huck. Slush is going to be playing against Last Shadow. Is that correct?
Yeah, and
that's ridiculous.
Last Shadow is a big shock in this tournament. He's had the hardest path the whole tournament, and he keeps beating people. TT1, he beat Select, #1 ranked player out there, and then who was the last player he beat yesterday? Do you recall? It was someone really good. It was Last Shot against Pain User. That's right. Pain User.
Yeah.
You know, the recent victor from the SoCal land #5 at the Green Forest Cafe. So I mean, that's really amazing that he's doing that far. So a lot of eyes are suddenly looking on Last Shadow.
Yeah, and I definitely want to look at that match later on, because I mean, Slush is the only Zerg right now in the upper bracket. He keeps
winning.
Yeah, he does have Katz, his teammate from Root Gaming, in the lower bracket. They're the only 2 Zergs in this entire tournament left. And I hope that they can actually move forward here because there are only the two left. So looks like we are going to be cutting
representatives of the strongest race in StarCraft 2. Ah.
So we are going to be right back with HD and Husky here. We're going to be going to a commercial, and then they are going to be bringing you QXC against Huck.
People try to discourage us from eating Hot Pockets on the go.